Hello everyone, my name's Nicole, and today me and my classmates, Cassie and Justin, are here to discuss and explain to you our research project from the class of 2017. So the title of our project is Does Fatigue Affect Static Balance? And the purpose of our study is to see if whole body fatigue has an effect on balance. We will be using the gold standard for measuring balance, which is the Biodex BioSway balance system, and we also used an outcome measure known as the Modified Balance Error Scoring System, which is the Modified BESS. Our research will allow us to see if fatigue does play a significant role in balance, specifically in the young, healthy athletic population. Our subjects had to be student athletes ranging from 16 to 28 years old. They could be female or male. We wanted a mix of both, and specifically we wanted different ages. That way we had more data to compare. We had to get approval from Dominican College, St. John Vianney High School, and Elmwood Park Memorial High School in order to use their facility and to ask for participants. Our inclusion criteria consisted of involving in an organized sport, and you must be between the ages of 16 and 28 years old. Our exclusion criteria consisted of you cannot have a concussion within the last 6 months, you could have no ankle, knee, or hip injury within the last 3 months. Our method began by the participants reading and signing the informed consent, and they also had to fill out a demographic form in which we created. We explained the procedure of our research in depth prior to beginning the fatigue protocol and balance assessment because we wanted to make sure there was no confusion or any delays in the protocol because we wanted to make sure that our athletes got nice and tired. So to measure how tired our athletes were, we used the Borg scale, and the Borg scale was used to measure the participants' level of exertion. And this rating scale is from 6 to 20, and basically we asked the participants, how do you feel right now on your fatigue level? We asked them the Borg scale before any activity, so before any balance assessment, midway, so this was after push-ups, and before the post-test balance. So to begin the balance assessment, we asked each participant to remove their shoes, step on the Biodex BioSway. Justin will continue the rest of the protocol.
I'm going to pick up where Nicole left off. So we had the subjects step onto the Biodex BioSway, and we measured their balance in 3 different environments, all 3 with their eyes closed. First being feet together, hands on the hips for 20 seconds, and we counted the number of errors that were delineated by the modified BESS test. The second one was standing on their non-dominant leg for 20 seconds, and lastly in tandem stance with their non-dominant leg behind their dominant. After they completed those 3 balance environments, the subjects then ran around the gymnasium 2 times as a light jog for the warm-up. Once they completed that, they were then instructed to do 2 minutes worth of push-ups, as many as they could do in 2 minutes. From there, they then shuffled the participants to Nicole, where she measured their Borg scale or asked them for their perceived rating of exertion at that point in time. And from there, they completed 7 30-meter sprints with 30-second rest between each of them. After that, they were then shuffled back to my station where they were instructed to perform a 1-minute wall sit. Once they completed the wall sit, they were then asked their last Borg scale, their rating of perceived exertion at that point. And then once they did that, they were instructed to take their shoes off, and we measured their balance in that post-activity fatigue protocol environment, the 3 balance assessments.
So I'm going to discuss the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of our study. So some of the strengths is that this is somewhat of a new idea. There's very little research out there that correlated everything that we wanted to do in our research project. I was trained in the Biodex BioSway up Dominican, so it made our research and the process a lot easier. The Biodex was also portable, so it was nice because we were able to go to other schools without a problem. And at the end of our research, we were able to get a variety of participants, which is what we ideally wanted. Some of the weaknesses of our study were that because it was a new idea, a new topic, we had to figure out what was going to work and what wasn't going to work. For example, we were going to use the heart rate monitors, but we just figured out that that wasn't going to work well due to time. And also, we had a little bit of issues with scheduling amongst ourselves because our schedules just weren't clicking right. So that pushed back our data collection into the fall. And also, the machine was far from us because it was up at Dominican, and we all lived somewhat far away from the school, and the high schools were also far from the school. So we really had to figure out scheduling to make everything perfect. And also, we were aiming really high for our subjects. We originally wanted 60 subjects altogether, but then we had to change that with an IRB modification, go down to 30. So just try not to aim too high when you start your research. Some of the opportunities that we were able to get was that we all had connections with the schools. So I was very close with Dominican College and St. John Vianney, and Justin was also very close to Elmwood Park Memorial High School. So it was easier to obtain contact info and to see if we could schedule stuff there. And then Justin was also able to get us an autographed football that we were able to raffle off, so that was a nice incentive for the participants. Also able to set up a pilot study, so we were able to see really what worked and the timing, because that was really important to us, of when the participants were able to go. Some of the thoughts that came about were that other groups needed the biodex as well, so scheduling again was an issue. This was also during our clinicals because we had to do the data collection in the fall. All of us were in different clinicals at different times, so that was a little bit harder to schedule things, so try and get it done in the summer. And then the coaches and the athletic directors of the schools sometimes were not responsive, or they weren't very helpful in trying to help us find the participants or communicating with them. All three of us wish you luck with your research and hope you have a great time collecting.